Yeah, weigh in.
How y'all doing, guys? I'm Paul Ryan, your host of the Across the Cowboys. If you're new to the show, thank you for joining us. And to our regular listeners, welcome back. With me, as always, is my co-host, the greatest co-host in the world, Mike the Pig Crum. Mike, how are you, brother?
Doing good, my friend. Doing very well. Ready to talk some Cowboys schedule, get into it with my little bro. So it's going to be fun.
Yeah, we got a special guest tonight, guys. Mike, I got to say, I meant to say a pre-roll, but I like the fade, my friend. I like the clean cut, the cut.
Oh, thank you. I needed it. I needed that. My hair was getting crazy. You don't even want to see his hair.
I have my voice in the way.
His hair is nuts.
At least I don't have the gray.
It's true.
Burn.
It hurts a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, you know, before Mike gets all depressed from all the verbal bashings from his little brother, where can we find you on X, Mike?
CD Piglet, guys, nice and easy, nice and gray.
Yes. Unfortunately, our guy, the conductor of the Jake Ferguson hype train, Mr. Brenden Fergy Smith, could not be here tonight. He is dead to us both. He might be fired from the show. That's TBD. But make sure to give Brenden a follow on X at Brenden_Smith. Guys, I'm Paul Ryan. You can find me on Twitter at Paul_Ryan15. Last week, the boys and I talked about the Cowboys schedule. And with the schedule here, what better time to bring back our show series, Cowboys Crystal Ball. In this series, we bring on guests to talk about the Cowboys schedule and 4-week increments, predict the Cowboys record, and give us their Super Bowl prediction. Today, we have a very special guest joining us all the way from the other side of Mike's house. Please welcome Mitch Crum to the podcast. Mitch, how are you, brother?
Good. About you?
I'm doing well. I love the iconic pose.
Yeah. That's. I figured. Yeah, everybody knows that's the Cowboys season pose. You know, got to bring it out there.
Oddly enough, I think the first time I ever saw you, was obviously in a picture, but Mike shared a picture of you and him, and you were doing that pose. You were both doing that pose, and that's when I realized Mike is 6'5".
Oh yeah. I don't make 6 foot. I got my mom's type. I'm 5'10", but I don't like to talk about that.
Is Matt a tall guy too? Is Big Bro?
Dad's 6'5". Yeah, Dad's legit 6'5".
And what about Big Bro, Matt?
6'3", 6'2"?
He's a little bit shorter than me. He's in the 6'2" range, maybe.
Okay, I got you. Well, Mitch, I know you're not on there very much, or at least I assume you're not, but where can we find you on X, sir?
On nothing, and I don't do any of that. But if you do need to contact my right here, Mike Crum. At what, Mike?
Yeah, your representative, right?
City Piglet. You want to get a hold of Mitch? Contact me at City Piglet, and I'll text him.
There we go.
Yeah, I remember when I would try to negotiate trade offers in our fantasy league, I'd always have to go through Mike, and he's like, Mitch said no, we're not doing that.
Yeah. At that time, what quarterback? You wanted Herbert. Yeah, no. Yeah, at that time, we weren't,
We weren't doing that.
Dynasty mode, no. Now that
I hear that. Well, Mitch, I appreciate you joining us, man. It feels like it's been a long time coming, brother.
Yeah, I figured eventually I had to, make a little.
We have to start this off right too. By the way.
Yeah. When I'm here, I'm a bad influence on my brother. Hey, for diabetes.
Hey, if I'd have known, I'd have poured me up one. But I'll have my water. What are y'all drinking tonight?
Oh, what is it?
Pecan roasted whiskey.
Yeah,
so good.
Oh, okay.
More
sounds yummy.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even need a chaser for it.
You don't.
It's good.
That's what's scary.
I got you. Well, the gentlemen, y'all are getting the show started off right. Mitch, I'm not sure if you know this, but Mike's been kind of singing your praises for years. But I'm curious, what was it like growing up with Mike?
To be honest, amazing. I mean, I grew up with him and my best friend, K-E-V. And we pretty much, hung out, 24/7, play video games, play basketball outside, watch sports. We, us three pretty much were together, all the time. I think if people wanted to hang out with us, we kind of kicked them to the curb because we're like, we're a 3-man group,
It's true. All Cowboys fans.
Yeah, exactly. And thanks a lot for that. Oh, crap.
Oh, my God.
That was Quincy Carter time. Oh, fuck.
That's fair. Kevin was a Niner fan, too. and I like converted him over, and I kind of feel bad about it. Even though they haven't won a year longer than us.
Yeah. But
still, they're at least like in Super Bowls. Like, I feel bad. I'm like, my bad, Kevin. I kind of fucked you over there.
Yeah, but it was honestly amazing. I mean, people don't understand how close me and Mike are, and actually everybody's shocked about it because, I mean, what?
It's true. We're like best friends. We like.
I mean, we do pretty much everything together.
Yeah. Never had a threesome though together. That was always
not
too far.
Some lines shouldn't be crossed, I think, right?
That's a spot that's a little too far.
But whoever wants to. What is it?
If they're a high enough level.
Talk to my people. And I'll get back to you.
I'm a Yankees fan and a Lakers fan. Obviously, you copied me with Cowboys. Did you copy me with the other two teams, or are you a fan of others for the other sports?
Well, Lakers, you and your best friend, Muhammad, with a little help of Kobe Bryant, of course, but at that time, they were the ones that really pushed me to the Lakers. But you're talking about, at that time, man, we were playing Portland with Scotty, Mike Bibby and Divots and Kings and San Antonio. I mean, for me, it was the best time in basketball where, you would probably say the 80s with Bird, Magic. Mine was more Kobe, Shaq and stuff. And then baseball, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the Yankees. I'll always have a little part of them. I mean, Paul O'Neill's one of my favorite players, but my dad pushed me as the Dodger fan. He taught me the Sandy Koufax and, Mike Piazza. And then the history teacher announcers, Vince Scully. He taught me, honestly, just listening to Vince Scully. He kind of taught me baseball in general and stuff. And I kind of rose up with, Earl Hershiser, and Piazza was my favorite player until he went to the Mets and then became a crybaby. So, I mean, that's okay. He's still one of my favorite players. You could be a crybaby and be one of my favorite players. But, my dad was Dodgers. Mike and his best friend was Lakers, and that's kind of how everything, we got together.
We grew him into it.
Yeah, exactly. They breaded me.
Well, yeah, man, your dad's had a nice couple of years, man. Seeing the Dodgers win a World Series and now seeing the Bears kind of get their turnaround. I'm happy for your dad, man.
Yeah, I am too. And well, hopefully they can get back on track. Now that they got a rookie quarterback, they can put all the money on defense and go back to old school Bears. Where I mean, Peyton Manning might have beat them, but the Bears they're known as defense. Urlacher and Lance Briggs and stuff.
Yep.
That's how I always look at it. So that's what I told them. I was like, well, at least you can go back to the old school. I don't know if, Montez Sweat? I don't know if he's one of those, but he's good. And
yeah, well, at least they'll have money to do it. Yeah. And they got weapons everywhere on offense. So
yeah, exactly. Just throw it out there and hopefully, they can maybe do something.
Yeah, absolutely. Mitch, I know you listen to the show, and food is always a big topic of discussion on the show. Mike sounds like he's the chef of the house, man. What is your favorite meal that Mike makes if you have one or two?
Well, I had to write it down because I could not remember what it was called. Pork schnitzel sandwich with broccoli rabe, Parmesan, sourdough toast.
Yeah, sourdough toast.
Sourdough toast. It is. To next day, I usually take the leftovers and put an egg on it. And it's honestly my favorite. It's my favorite thing he makes. But the best thing about Mike is, hey, what do we have in the fridge? Oh, we got this. Oh, all right, let me throw something together. That's kind of Mike's best thing. Chopped, if you're listening, my brother.
I can throw some bullshit together. Yeah. If there's bullshit in the fridge, I can make a really good meal out of it.
Yeah, exactly. He'll look at, okay, this is going to almost expire, this, that. We need to get rid of this. He throws shit together so good. But if you tell me what I want for my birthday, it's usually always the pork Mitchell, broccoli rabe, sourdough toast, Parmesan, and it's so good.
He asked for that almost every birthday since the first time I made it. It's a Michael Simon recipe, and the broccoli rabe's like bitter, and it has some spice in it, and then the Parmesan's salty, and then you bread that pork and flatten it out and fry it in a pan.
Man.
Perfect.
Yeah, we need to. My birthday's not for a while, so we need to stop talking about it.
Crispy, crunchy, salty, a little bit bitter, man, spicy, all of it, dude.
Oh, it's
beautiful.
Man, it is like the best dish. I'm not gonna lie. And Mike, and you do really good with a lot. Risotto's good.
Risotto's my
meatloaf
favorite.
is kind of my favorite food, and he does good at that. But man, I can just picture it right now in my hands.
I'm picturing it now.
I forgot I had to ask the next question. I was all like, yeah, that food sounds good.
It's bomb.
So this is a Paul question, but I'm asking it. What wrestler would you compare me to, and why?
Dead or alive?
Man, it's hard, but I would say, like as Paul would say, the greatest co-host ever. I would say Bobby the Brain Heenan. Because you got the gift of gab. I mean,
that's a good one.
You can throw him out there with nothing, and Mike will let you. he could talk, and Brian the Brain Heenan is kind of.
That's a good one.
He's kind of genius when it comes to it. I mean, I know I didn't really get him as much in my lifetime, but that's what it reminds me of. And as you say, the greatest co-host. It's kind of Bobby the Brain Heenan, I could have went with, a little dumb question like, oh, Hulk Hogan because he's my hero, or Mr. Perfect because he's perfect in every way. But nah, he's got the gift of gab. He's by the Brain Heenan.
He'd be Paul Heyman for new school people.
Paul Heyman,
wise man.
If we're going now, Pat McAfee.
Pat McAfee, I like that.
Yeah, because he's
dang, that $20 I gave you is well spent.
Yeah.
I gave you 40. That was good.
Actually, I took 50.
Let me throw this bonus question in. If you guys were a tag team duo, what would y'all's name be?
Oh
man,
I mean, just the Crum brothers, probably.
Yeah, we put
Crum
everything Crum Bros, so we would be like the Creed brothers of nowadays.
That's what I was thinking, like the Creed brothers.
Yeah. But also, old school Demolition, Axe and Smash.
Oh yeah,
great entrance, great finishing move,
great look.
So old school, we'd be Demolition style. New school, like the Creed brothers, would be the Crum brothers.
And of course, I gotta be the crappy Creed brother one, but that's fine.
He's the one they seem to like more though. Like the ones, the more like you could tell he's more.
It sounds like our parents. It sounds like our parents. They like me more, and you're better. But hey, it works
fair. Sure. They do.
Kind of off topic, but on topic. The Iron Claw. That's a movie that I have on like my watch list that I need to watch soon.
Gotta watch it.
Good.
It's We just got your best friend Muhammad to watch it. He loved it.
He's not even a wrestling guy. And he was like, that movie was awesome.
The movie's very good. Very sad. Very good though.
Yeah. It looks great, man. I like the actors in it too. So let's talk some football, guys. That's what people are here for. Week 1, guys. We're starting off at the Cleveland Browns. In 2023, the Browns were 11-6. They lost in the wild card round, and their 2024 strength of schedule. They have the hardest schedule in the NFL. And the key stat from 2023, they were a top 3 pass defense. Mitch, what was the Browns' biggest offseason move in your eyes?
I was going through and stuff, but to be honest, keeping their D-line together was very important. But if I had to name a player, I would honestly say the punter, Corey Bronmanovich.
The punter.
The punter, I would honestly say keeping him because their special teams were, special teams is a big part of defense too.
Yeah, low key.
And they were, were legit with that. So honestly, I would say a part of me wants to say the defensive line, keeping that together. But you got to keep that special teams together because it's huge and stuff. And so I know the punter is not loved, but Corey Bonovich,
we don't do unless it's draft prospects. We don't do pronunciations of the name.
Yeah,
the punter, the punter,
Corey the punter.
When you're a defensive team, especially, and you don't really know what your offense is going to give you. Because they don't know their quarterback situation. the punter keeping field position and giving their defense long fields and stuff
is big time. Hey, and you can't score touchdowns all the time. So
Yeah.
3 points it can be big time. I wish we can score touchdowns every time, but it don't really work that way. So special teams.
Did the Browns have a big offseason loss?
Offseason loss. Let me see. Probably going back to special teams. I think it's Mike Evans, or Mike Ford. Mike Ford. He was only there for a year, and stuff. And I mean, he's not a superstar or anything, but he was probably their best special teams go. Was there what's the Cowboys best? CJ Goodwin. He was one of those guys, and they made their team around defense, special teams, and the offense was secondary. So losing a big guy that may not be a huge name like him, I think it's a big loss, because you can't just replace somebody. We found that out.
Hurt us last year when Goodwin got hurt.
Now, if Goodwin plays as cornerback like he does, well, then we're hurt. But but there's 3 positions, and I would say honestly, Mike Ford as a corner. He's only there 1 year, but he was great at special teams.
Respect the special teams.
Yeah, respect the special teams. It's big time. It's huge.
Absolutely, man. I like that answer. I love those answers. You could say that last year, depending on who you asked that, losing DeShaun Watson for the season was a big loss. But then also, if he returns to form this year, he could be a big addition. If he does return to form, the player that he was in Houston, are the Browns the best team in the AFC North?
Man, that's a good question, because the problem is that's honestly probably the hardest, division. I mean, that's probably the best division.
It is.
That's a crazy division. Yeah, I mean, they have. I mean, you're talking about Ravens are going to be good. Steelers were good with 30 quarterbacks they had last year, and
made the playoffs, man.
Defense and stuff, but I think eventually DeShaun Watson's going to want a massage, and we know how that goes. No, I think he's. I think they're good, but I mean, they're. I think Joe Burrow's back. I think they're going to take a big step back and stuff, because I mean, Joe Burrow is honestly the only quarterback that beats Mahomes. Steelers, like I said, they had 15 quarterbacks last year, and they competed. Harbaugh always makes Ravens compete, so I think it's the hardest division, and they are good, but I think they are going to take a step back.
They could be last in the AFC North, and they could have won 3 other divisions in the NFL.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what's crazy about that division.
It's crazy.
Yeah, true. Very true.
Question: can Week 1 be a trap game? And if so, could this be a trap game?
I don't know. I mean, Week 1, it's hard to judge, because bad teams win, good teams lose. So it's hard to say a trap game. I like the matchup because it gives our offensive lineman who's young something to look for. We can see our Cowboys is wrong what's going on, and they can build from that. So I actually like playing Cleveland first with that reason. But a trap game, man, in the first week, every game's a trap game, I think. I mean, we've seen it multiple times. Bad teams win and then never win again. And we've seen good teams lose and win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So it's hard to just say it's a trap game. So I would just say no, because to be honest, I think the whole week is going to be a trap game for everybody, not just us.
Yeah.
First 2 weeks are the hardest 2 weeks to choose when you're predicting games.
Yeah.
Because you get all off season to prepare for one team, and your home openers normally are really big. So getting through the first 2 weeks above 500 on predictions is a big deal.
Hard. Yeah, it's hard. So
I understand that. Plus, I think about the starters not even being in season form until like week 4 or 5 and everything.
Yeah,
so
exactly. That's how I am. That's why I kind of like playing them first week, though. I mean,
exactly, yeah. You look at the Browns; they've got a lot of talent on both sides of the ball. Mitch, can you give us one player on offense and one player on defense that worries you most in this matchup?
Myles Garrett, for sure.
Of course,
that's that defense. That's an easy question. He's, other than Parsons, if not higher, those two guys are the best.
Yeah.
And then on offense, my heart would love to say Amari Cooper because we should have never got rid of him. But Chubb, I don't know if we need to stop the run. And I mean, the guy's legit. He's when he plays, he shows that he's a great running back and stuff. So I would say it's an easy question. I know it's, everybody would say, but Chubb and Garrett, would be my two that I would worry about the most.
And if you were taking a player off the Browns, would it be one of those two guys to bring over and play in Dallas?
Well, I mean, being able to, Myles Garrett is legit, but we have Lawrence, so it's like an easy question to be like, well, you have Garrett and Parsons.
Yeah.
So we have Lawrence, and I don't want to so I would say Chubb because we need a running game.
That's
and
fair.
Stuff, and we have somebody at the other position. You know what I mean? Like D-Law, DeMarcus Lawrence is a great player. I know he's not Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
But we have that position set. So to be able to have Chubb and, have Zeke take all the touchdowns away from him at the end would be nice.
I think that totally makes sense. You have 2 second-round pick defensive ends that are on rotation that you want to see what they could do. Tank Lawrence is the best run-stopping defensive end in football, and Micah Parsons is the only thing close to Myles Garrett in the NFL.
Lawrence Taylor.
If you said Myles Garrett, of course you're going to go, duh.
Miles, that's what.
Exactly. Chubb probably makes more sense as far as what we need.
Exactly what we need. That's why I went with the running back.
I like that answer, man. That's a unique answer.
Yeah. I think that's the reason. It's easy to just say Myles Garrett. He's amazing. The guy's awesome.
Right.
But Chubb.
Good answer, man. I like that answer. How do you like this matchup for Dallas? How do you feel about the matchup?
Like I said earlier, I like the matchup first week because we can get all our bearings together early. Our offense line's young, and I honestly really like them. So we can, if Browns just, if they kill us, that's fine. We have a young offensive line, but they can fix the problems early. It's a great game to have right away because we can fix problems early. And we can see, and then if our offensive line does great against them, then you're like, holy crap, we have something we're building for. So I kind of like the matchup because of the reason of the future, instead of, playing somebody and then we look great and then you never know.
You play the Giants, you win 40-0, but what'd you learn?
Yeah,
we beat the Giants 40-0 all the time.
Yeah, even though their D-line's okay, but not
their D-line's good.
But not Browns. Browns is legit, so it gives me a good little balance of okay, well we lost, but we're still building, and then if we are, man, we got something then with that offensive lineman. And I like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, we're going to Cleveland. We know their D-line versus our young O-line, their run game versus our suspect run defense. Who do you think wins the game?
It's a hard, choice, but I do have Cowboys winning. I think we have more superstars. And I would go with the superstars instead of all around, Dak superstar, Zach Martin, we do have a fundamental of a superstar group. So I think I would pick us, but that the D-line, O-line that I want to see does worry me a little bit. But for a future thing, I would still say us, though.
Well, the national media would tell you that they have the better quarterback, even though he hasn't been good for 4 years. But
and
he has the name,
and he's gonna get a massage, and we know how that goes.
He's gonna lay into that whole Cleveland, the whole.
I'm getting that vibe, man.
It's so an easy target.
He's with all that dude is starting in the NFL with all, man, it's crazy. You know what? I'm not going to get us canceled, so I'm not even going to get into it. But
please don't. Mike, who wins this game?
I'll go Dallas. I wouldn't be shocked at all if we lost because it's really a bad matchup for what our perceived weaknesses are.
Yeah.
But I don't think Watson's very good anymore. Nick Chubb is coming off injury. I don't even know if he's playing. I like he said, we have a lot of stars. Trayvon Diggs coming back. Deron Bland.
And they're going to be pumped.
And they're going to be Micah Parsons.
Ready to go.
I could see our offense being able to score against their talented defense. Maybe more than their offense can score against our talents.
That's what I was thinking
on defense. So I'm going to pick us, but it really is a coin flip game.
For sure.
What about you,
Paul?
So winning?
Yeah, in the McCarthy era, the Cowboys are 1-3 in week ones, which have all been on the road. I think Cleveland wins their first home game of the season, man. I'm going Cleveland.
That's fair. At least we're not all homers.
Yeah, exactly.
You kept us from being homers.
Yeah.
I think we do a pretty good job of that without, doing that naturally too.
Yeah. I'm pessimistic. So I'm definitely the pessimistic one. He's the more like
homer.
We could win. yeah. I'm the one I'm surprised I picked him, but I don't know why. I don't want to pick DeShaun Watson. I don't want to pick Massage Guy.
I hear you, man. All right, let's move on to week 2. In week 2, we're facing the New Orleans Saints, and in 2023, they were 9-8. They missed the playoffs, but in 2024, the strength of schedule is the second easiest. And in a 2023 key stat, they were top 8 in total touchdowns on offense. I kind of found that surprising when I was looking that up. Yeah. What was New Orleans' biggest offseason addition this offseason, Mitch?
My biggest offseason addition would what? Well, it's got to be Chase Young.
That's a good one, yeah.
Yeah, they weren't they kind of crappy against going after the quarterback? I think they were kind of shitter against that.
Yeah.
And Chase Young, is just gonna help. So that's Chase Young by far, to be honest. They at least did their job and saw what they were doing wrong, and they got somebody who can do something right. And then they have the old man on the other side,
Cameron Jordan.
Yeah, Cameron Jordan. He might have a cane when he goes after the quarterback. But Chase Young and him.
Please don't watch this, Cameron Jordan.
I love Cameron Jordan.
It's the first time I wanted somebody not to watch this. I do not want him doing that. He is so good.
Yeah, he's great.
He is a great player.
He has probably a walker on the other side. I don't know.
He's like Tank. He reminds me of Tank. He just plays the run so well. He's a decent player.
And Chase Young will help with that, So I would say by far Chase Young.
Yeah, it sounded like, when I was kind of doing research for the pod, they also made an upgrade, or what I would assume is going to be an upgraded offensive coordinator, signing Gary Kubiak's son, and then the addition of Troy Fouts on the offensive line. They had a pretty solid offseason.
Not bad at all.
I was going to say, really.
How about losses, though? Is there a big loss on the Saints that you think could hurt them?
No, I thought Michael Thomas retired like 2 years ago. So
future Cowboy, future Cowboy Michael Thomas.
Yeah, the future Cowboy. But I thought he was kind of already gone. So I don't really know who they lost. That's like a big deal. I don't. Michael Thomas was a good receiver, but I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think he played in the league anymore. Yeah. So I would probably say none, to be honest. Getting additions, and maybe Michael Thomas for the fans. If Saints knew that, Saint fans might have known he still played there, but I didn't. Let me tell you, I thought he was retired like 2 or 3 years ago.
Did they keep Kamara? They still got Kamara, right?
I think so.
Yeah, they still have Alvin Kamara.
Yeah. I couldn't think of anybody. I like to get answers for the question just in my head, And
Yeah.
And I was the same way. I was like, they didn't really lose anybody.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, they really didn't.
Michael Thomas fans probably like, but I don't.
Well, he hasn't done anything in a couple seasons.
Yeah, I didn't even know he still played.
Yeah, he was having a strong start to the season last year, and then of course injuries just kind of derailed that. But that's who knows what can happen. I wouldn't mind the Cowboys signing Michael Thomas, to be totally honest with you, as a depth piece with a low risk, high reward type of play there.
I would. I just bombed. Signing. Yeah, I just bombed on him, but honestly, it would be it would be a nice signing.
So this might be some low-hanging fruit here, Mitch, but, looking back, was signing Derek Carr to a big money contract the right move for the New Orleans Saints, you think?
Well, Homer. Yeah, Homer. Being a Fresno State Homer, I would say it's fine. I mean, signing quarterbacks like that does work out. I mean, look at Detroit Lions right now with Goff.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield made it. And we can go old school. Kurt Warner. Rams were great. He went to Giants. We were laughing. We're like, this guy stinks. He fumbles all the time. Then goes to Arizona and got a movie made.
Yeah.
So it can work. And but I would say it's fine. But Homer is the right answer. Why Homer?
You ain't getting Fresno State people. We're from Fresno, dude. We're in Fresno right now. You could have said they signed David Carr, and I'd be like, that's the he needed a resurgence.
He's a Super Bowl winner.
Yeah, he's got 2 rings. He's got 2 Super Bowl rings.
Yeah,
we would make that case.
I would try to find some kind of case for it, but I think it's fine. It has worked out for teams and stuff. So yeah, I think it's fine.
From what I understand, Cali people are always loyal to other Cali people. Is that correct?
I mean,
a lot of times.
Yeah.
It's Fresno, man. Fresno's Fresno. Yeah. Like, if it was USC, you'd be like, fuck that guy. He's terrible.
Their backup quarterback is a Fresno State quarterback.
Oh, the kid.
Hager.
Shit, he got drafted there. I didn't know that.
I think he got, drug abuse. So he might not be there.
You look though like Logan Mankins, Deron Bland,
exactly.
We Derek Carr. We produce some bangers here. Don't sleep on us.
Devontae Adams, baby.
Is Jalen Moreno Cropper was Fresno State too?
Fresno State.
How is that guy 6'2", 215 now?
No,
he was like 180 pounds.
He was a little guy.
In college, he played in the 170s, low 170s. And he's like, they have him marked down as like 6'2", 215.
Got a growth spurt.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Sorry. We're exactly. What is my question? I don't even know. Oh God, are the Saints in contention for the AFC South? They're not in contention for the AFC South. Are they in contention for the NFC South this year? Do you think?
To be honest, that division's the stinkiest division. So yeah. I mean, I think everyone is contention there, I think for sure Saints have a good chance.
They have the best quarterback in the division right now.
Oh,
that's a fucking lie.
Yeah,
sorry.
I would probably say Kirk Cousins, right?
Yeah, Kirk Cousins works.
I don't think so. But
Kurt and Baker are both better right now. We got to be fair.
But
right.
But I would say anybody in that division, can kind of win. It's very stinky. They might only have 5 wins and they'll go to the playoffs.
Win the division.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Win the division, only winning your division game.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
That's but yeah, I mean, I think anybody has a chance. Even Panthers. And did they win a game last year? I don't even know.
They won 2.
But anybody, it's a little bit of a turdy.
It's the opposite of AFC North.
Yeah, it's a little stinker in there.
The opposite of good, it sounds like. Who in this matchup scares you, Mitch? Give us one on offense, one on defense.
Well, the running game. So Kamara, but that's not more of. I mean, I don't want to take a shot on what's this?
Alvin Kamara.
Yeah, I don't want to take a shot. I want to see us stop the run, and Chase Young. Because we have a young tackles, and that's kind of what we're we're going to find out with the Browns but it's kind of an easy question with those two because, I mean, we need to be able to stop the run. I think Zimmerman will help us with that. But, of course, I'm going to be worried right now with that. And then Chase Young. I mean, the guy's a good player. And they're one of the worst. There's no way they can be one of the worst.
Cameron Jordan would be the other guy, the guy on the opposite side. But I don't know if he has the pass rush that
I was gonna say,
the potential Chase Young has. As
because I don't think you could put a Walker out there on the field.
We're going to lose week 2, dude. And Cameron Jordan's going to have like 3 sacks on Guyton, a forced fumble.
I'm going to try to get Cameron Jordan to come on offsides, and Mitch, you'll have to join us for that episode.
He is, man. He's a really good player.
He is.
He's really good.
He really is. But
speaking of which guy from Saints would you? Is there a guy you would bring over from the Saints to Dallas? Like,
for sure, they got the greatest name in football, the rookie. Kool-Aid.
Oh, Kool-Aid McKinstry. Okay.
Bring in Kool-Aid. We can trade Jordan Lewis for a washing machine or some dirty draws or a dirty jock strap. And then we have
Jordan Lewis is good too.
Yeah, no, he is good. He's fine. But I'm just saying, we get the rookie contract. We can see if Diggs is going to be, his injury not going to mess him up. Bland, I want to keep his whole career, and there's no other reason. Not because of
Fresno State. He's just great.
He's just the greatest ever, But Kool-Aid, he's got the best name. He could go there. Cowboys probably need a washing machine we could trade Jordan Lewis for, and go in and be pretty good.
Only my brother's like, yeah, I'll take this guy because his name's Kool-Aid.
No, he could be the third. He could be the third corner,
and he can play inside, outside,
and you get
versatile.
You can see if Diggs and Bland are, Diggs injury, so we have to replace. We can replace. We have good 4 years with that, and somebody's got to wash jock straps, and a washing machine could be pretty nice over there.
Bring you in for
Jordan Lewis.
Hey man, even when Brendan's not here, Jordan Lewis is getting a bashing.
That's right. Jordan Lewis back. Mitchell may have went over even Brenden. Brenden, I don't ever think said trade him for a washing machine
or dirty jock straps.
Shout out to Semi Pro. Makes me want to watch that movie now.
Exactly. That's where I got the washing machine from. Exactly. That's exactly where I got it from.
Probably mentioned this before, but me and my friend Muhammad are in that movie.
And me.
As extras. Were you in there too? Oh, look at that. I forgot.
Shout out, man. That's awesome.
That's cool. We're extras. We saw the very end of the movie.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Exactly. That's the part we had to be there for, to see the ending.
Exactly. I'm all great. Well, it was still worth it.
It was cool.
And I got to see
still an experience.
And Dodger Stadium.
I'm surprised you didn't say Marshawn Lattimore as somebody you'd want to bring onto the Cowboys.
It's because I was thinking contract.
I gotcha.
Kool-Aid is a rookie, so we get that rookie contract. We can build with the 3, and we can see if we need to let somebody go. But yeah,
that's all smart stuff. Kool-Aid. The guy's name was Kool-Aid.
Or Troy Fats on a rookie contract too.
But it's not Kool-Aid. Mike's right. I just like
Kool-Aid. He tried to do all the smart stuff.
Yeah,
but he's like Kool-Aid, dude. I'd love to have a guy named Kool-Aid on the team. I'm like, all right, what if he sucks? We have no idea. So everybody's like, hey, we'd still have a guy named Kool-Aid.
We have a guy named Kool-Aid. I mean, how many people? Dick Buttkiss, Kool-Aid. I mean, those guys dominate with their names.
What's your favorite flavor Kool-Aid, Mitch?
Cherry. I mean,
classic.
I can go to, I can drink any of them, but cherry's the go-to and stuff with a pound of sugar.
Have you seen the TikTok hack where you get like the simple lemonade and the packet of Kool-Aid and combine them and you've got like the Kool-Aid lemonade?
No, that sounds amazing.
It's like a cherry limeade.
Yeah, I was going to say, actually sounds amazing.
Yeah, it does.
I wanted to say great drink for Dave Chappelle.
Great drink.
I like that purple stuff.
I like that. I mean, but cherry, cherry's definitely, that's
yeah. I was always a fruit punch guy or tropical punch myself, but cherry's classic, man.
Yeah, those would be my other one, fruit punch, because fruit punch with almost anything, Hawaiian punch, all that. But cherry's the easy answer and stuff. I want some Kool-Aid now.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I
With
wish
some
we
vodka
did.
in it.
Oh yeah, always.
Yes, sir.
I don't need the
absolutely.
Kool-Aid.
Do you like this matchup for Dallas?
Oh yeah, anytime we can play this division, that's the stinkiest division for sure.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna have to go through the Browns division, and that's probably the hardest. So give us the turdiest division, and that's that. Yeah, exactly, and that's that one. So if we can play all those every game and then our division, for sure. I mean, I'm not trying to take a shot like they can't win, but I mean, if we could play that division, I want easy victories and stuff. You know, give me all the easiest. I don't care, and that division's very stinky.
How much does Dallas win by?
Oh man, I just destroyed them. 17.
All right, I'll take that.
I think 7. I think
3 scores.
Yeah, I think I can see us getting ahead and then putting our foot down with some field goals. I was honestly going to add more field goals to it, but I added an extra touchdown, so 17. 1 field goal, 2 touchdowns ahead. But I almost added some field goals to give them a little respect. But man, that division's very poopy. It is a poopy one.
Dallas by a lot.
Yeah,
Dallas by a lot. Yeah, I feel like this game will be closer than it should be, but Dallas makes enough plays to win it in the end.
Yeah, like
Dallas
you said,
for me as well.
Would it? Yeah, it should be. We win, more, and that's why I didn't know if I should have put more field goals for the points. But I still see us kind of winning a good amount and stuff. If we don't beat Browns, this is our game.
One player that kind of worries me, I shouldn't say worry, but I feel like Taysom Hill, I know last time we played him, he was playing quarterback, but now that he doesn't have to be quarterback, he can do those trick plays, be a wide receiver, be special teams, be a running back. I'm worried about how he'll be used against our defense, kind of just to confuse us and stuff.
Yeah, no, honestly, I even thought about adding saying Taysom Hill for offense because, you have to game plan for him. If he doesn't see the field, defensive, they don't game plan on him. And it would be kind of cool to see a Taysom Hill chirp in like a gimmicky thing. Could have been pretty cool. But, I don't know. We should.
I need to see how he's done versus Zimmer. I need to look that up. Look up the last couple seasons that Zimmer was there and how Taysom Hill did in those games against Minnesota.
Yeah. I was kind of thinking about Taysom Hill, and I'm like, I wonder if we could have Trey Lance just do some of those things that they use Taysom Hill doing, like on film, to kind of like figure out how to stop him with our defense. Because Trey Lance he's an amazing athlete. He can do some of those things that Taysom Hill doesn't. He's a far superior quarterback too.
He just won't be the bruiser. He won't be able to
be the running back.
Yeah.
Like
he could be the speed, but he's not gonna, drop his shoulder.
Would you take him over Cooper? Who do you have as a quarterback too for Cowboys?
Trey Lance.
Yeah,
you put a 4th round, you're paying him $5 million. He's
Lance,
your second quarterback.
Yeah. You get comfortable. Cooper Rush is
Rush, a guy you could cut and then bring back and have him be the emergency third.
Yeah, nobody's gonna sign him. Yeah.
I'm excited to see what Trey Lance can do in the preseason.
Me too.
He's going to get like every snap.
Yeah,
too.
well, he should.
Exactly. Yeah.
We need to see him. He was a 1st-round pick. Let's do that.
Yeah. Top 5 pick. All right, let's move on to week 3. And week 3 versus Baltimore Ravens in 2023. The Ravens were 13-4, and their playoff record, they were 1-1, lost in the AFC Championship game. And their 2024 strength of schedule is the 2nd hardest in the NFL. A key stat from 2023. The Ravens' pass defense had the same amount of touchdowns allowed as they did interceptions with 18. Mitch, what was the Ravens' biggest offseason addition?
It's got to be Henry. Henry, right?
Yeah.
Easily, yeah.
Yeah, to be honest, I even thought he might have came to us. But, yeah, I would think it's got to be Derrick Henry. I know he might take a step back because of his age stuff, but And the guy's awesome. He's one of my favorite guys to actually really watch. He's just he's like an old school Curtis Martin or Emmitt Smith. You know what I mean? Like, he reminds me of somebody, or Jamal Lewis when he went to Baltimore. He just reminds me of somebody like that. So I would honestly go with Derrick Henry.
The thing about Derrick Henry, too, is he's never not been the main running back in a backfield.
Yeah.
And this is the first team where they have a running back that's better than him. He plays quarterback, but, he's running back one, and then Derrick Henry's running back two.
Yeah.
The problem is that they have to throw.
Yeah,
then it becomes that.
Yeah.
Dude's been a 2-time MVP.
Yeah, exactly.
Totally bum on him. How about their loss? I could think of one, but I don't know if he's going to be your guy or not. The biggest loss for Baltimore.
Biggest loss. Damn, who would be?
I thought Patrick Queen, the linebacker.
Yeah, Patrick Queen makes sense. He's really legit. But when you have a great DT like Justin
Matabike,
Buka Fake or whatever.
You don't get the names always right.
Yeah,
yeah. You know what he's saying.
But Patrick Queen. Yeah, he's honestly legit. Oh, and he went to Steelers.
Yeah.
That's a rivalry. So yeah, honestly, now you got like something right there. So I agree with you. Patrick Queen is big time. But when you have a good DT like Justin Mabuke is dominating.
Matabike. Justin Matabike. I call him Jason.
Yeah.
Justin Matabike. Give me one more of those shots.
Yeah. Patrick Queen. That's a good one.
Fair enough. Yeah. When you draft the way that the Ravens do, they just replace guys. It never seems like they ever have any major losses.
They can always and he went to Steelers. I think that's a big thing.
Them trading for Roquan Smith allowed him to be expendable. You got Roquan Smith. He was an all-pro. You signed him. These days it's hard to sign one linebacker, let alone paying two of them.
Is that because we don't have a linebacker and only picked one?
Yeah, we have three. We have three what could be very good linebackers. They're just two of them are young and one is old. Unfortunately.
Okay. I just was wondering if that's where you thought was like, oh yeah, we have,
We know I'm Mr. DeMarvion Overshown. So I think we got a dude in him, but we got to see how he comes back from his injury.
And I wish we had somebody like Justin, but
Matabike.
So Mike mentioned that Lamar's a 2-time MVP, and we know as a playmaker, we know Lamar's better than Dak, but who is the better quarterback of the two?
I mean, honestly, you said it correctly. Playmaker, Lamar.
Yeah.
But to beat Lamar, defense coordinators say, hey, what do we got to do? Well, let him throw the ball. And, I mean, that's really, that's not a shot. Lamar is he's awesome, and he's fun to watch. But like you said, playmaker, Lamar, but quarterback, I would go. I am wearing his jersey, so maybe a little homer, but Dak, because the defense coordinators aren't gonna go, hey, we need the Dak to throw the ball. They do that to Lamar, so I would say that's why Dak is ahead. And Dak should have been MVP if we would actually played him. How many games did we have him sit?
He sat every home game's fourth quarter basically, but Seattle and Detroit.
So I have Dak over him, but not a shot. Lamar Jackson, honestly, he's very fun to watch. He's one of my favorites to watch, and now he's got Henry. So it should be pretty fun to see their duo. But going quarterback, not playmaker, Dak Prescott.
All right, so should Lamar be ranked ahead of Dak? He's a 2-time MVP. So if people were doing rankings, should he be? And then if you were doing rankings, would you rank Lamar ahead of Dak?
Dang, that's a good question. That's a really good question.
That's a Paul question.
Oh, good job, Paul. That's a good question. I would say going through the quarterbacks, I would honestly, the fifth one is Lamar and Dak. And you pick Lamar because if you want the playmaker, but if you want more of the quarterback, you go him 5 because, I mean, Mahomes, Josh Allen, Burrow, and to be honest, I have Aaron Rodgers still. I know he's old, but
fair.
Aaron Rodgers, until I see him be a failure in football,
healthy failure.
Yeah, I'm gonna have him there. So I think Dak and Lamar is that 5-6, and then I have Stroud, shit like that afterwards. So for me, I would put Dak 5 because I think he's a better all-around quarterback. But if somebody said, "Hey, I'd put Lamar," that's fine. But I do think they're 5-6 over the other ones. Mahomes,
Dak is that's the one quarterback of those top 5 that Dak is even better than in the playoffs than Lamar. Like Lamar has not been a good playoff quarterback, even worse than Dak. So that I think
but if somebody's
fair.
Put him, over. I'm not going to argue that because
two-time MVP.
Yeah, he's honestly he's awesome to watch. So, but I do have them actually over Stroud to
one more year for Stroud, and he'll.
I want another year. Then exactly, because you never know with sophomore slumps and stuff. I don't like to just put somebody on a high level when we don't really know quite yet. But I'm with you. You give that guy another shot, man. He looks really good.
Hey, sorry, Mitch. Go ahead.
No, I was just agreeing with him that Stroud is. He could be, but I just don't want to rank him that higher.
Yeah.
That's why I have Aaron Rodgers still in the top 5, to be honest.
I got you. That makes sense.
That's just how I do it.
Right. Mike was kind of touching there on Lamar's postseason record. He's got a 2-4 record in the playoffs, and he's prone to injury because of his play style. Do you look at him as a quarterback a team can win a Super Bowl with?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and I mean, we haven't seen him without Harbaugh, and I can see John Harbaugh winning a Super Bowl again. But like you said, 2 MVP. Lamar Jackson is very talented. Me putting Dak over him is more just because a lot of defense coordinators are like, well, we'd rather have you throw because he makes so many things. That's not a shot on him, but he makes big plays when he has to with his legs. So I do think he can win it and stuff because their team, and now with Henry, oh man, I think they're going to be pretty good again. But that could just be because John Harbaugh.
Is Lamar Jackson the main player that worries you for Ravens, or is there a different one?
Well, we have good guards because I would like to say the DT.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he's awesome. But honestly, who worries me when we play is Derrick Henry. Because he's going to do the Randy Moss thing. We could have got you. We could have been a Cowboy. He's going to be pissed. So I think his best game will probably be against us because it's what Randy Moss did. And we really could have got him, and we didn't even try. And
I didn't even call it.
Yeah, and that's kind of shocking because I honestly thought Henry might have been a Cowboy in the offseason. And so I would say he worries me more, just like when we talked about Cleveland, who worries you. Mari Cooper was there. It's one of those things where but I would say Derrick Henry. I think, and can we stop the run?
Yeah.
I don't know, but he's going to want to play, and he's awesome. He really is. So I would say Derrick Henry.
So is Derrick Henry the one player you would take away from Ravens and out to the Cowboys, or would it be somebody else?
Defensive tackle Justin
Metabike.
I won't ask you to speak French anymore on the show, Mitch. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. That is the guy, though.
Oh, dude. Oh, because we need a DT.
Yeah, he would
like
be.
That would be awesome.
He would fit Zimmer's 3 technique too.
He's great.
Is this a good matchup for Dallas?
No, because I like playing Cleveland because it's the first game of the year, so it gives us stuff to clean up, in the offseason. In the season. But if I could, I want to stay away from that whole division.
Yeah.
I kind of want to not play anybody in there. The Cleveland one's more because it's early. So if we lose, it's not a big thing. We got to clean up stuff. We can see Ravens are going to be in the mix. I mean, they're very good, and Harbaugh's good, and they got Henry, Lamar, and Justin, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah, Justin, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. So, no, I would like to stay away from them if I could.
Yeah.
Or who wins this game, Mitch?
Ravens. I think Ravens win this. I mean, I don't want to say easy, but it really could be I could see Ravens winning in like 14 points, 17, like the other one. I can see us doing that to Saints. I can see Ravens doing that to us. Henry's going to want to come out. Harbaugh is no joke. Lamar, like I said, I put Dak over, but Lamar makes plays. He is a playmaker, and I can just see them beating us. So I would say Ravens.
Mike, how about you? Who you got?
We haven't lost a regular season game at home in like over 2 seasons or 2 full seasons. So I clearly am going to pick Baltimore because I'm not an idiot.
Yeah, Baltimore. So they're crazy, with their stuff.
How about you, Paul? Who you got? How much is Baltimore winning by?
Yeah, I think Dallas loses a hard-fought battle, man. I'm giving this to the Ravens as well.
Yeah. I mean,
but I think it's going to be a good game, though. I don't think it'll be a blowout, to be honest.
Me too.
I think. Well, yeah. I think if it becomes a blowout, it's one of those at the last 5 minutes, and
Oh yeah.
Shit happens.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, Ravens are. How can you not pick Ravens?
Right. All right, here we are, week 4 at the New York Giants. In their 2023, the regular season record was 6-11. They missed the playoffs, of course. And 2024, the strength of schedule is tied for the 6th most difficult with the Buffalo Bills. Key stat from 2023: none of the Giants receivers have 800 yards receiving for the season. Wow. Mitch, what was the biggest offseason addition for the Giants?
Well, didn't they get they got the badass, didn't they?
Brian Burns.
Yeah, thank you.
Brian Burns.
Yeah, I mean, well, how can you not say him? I mean, that's a really good. That guy's good. He's very good and stuff. So I mean, that's kind of an easy one for me to just say. I know I'm taking the easy route, but how can you not?
Were you tempted to say Malik Neighbors?
I mean, over Brian Burns? No,
I got you.
No, Brian.
Not a rookie.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what Brian Burns is.
Yeah, Brian Burns is.
Yeah, that's true.
He's scary. He's good. He's a star player. So no, I mean, I would have to go him.
Was the biggest loss Saquon Barkley, or you got somebody else?
No, Barkley. Yeah, I mean, Barkley's pretty much their whole team. I mean, I feel bad for Giants fans because, what do you watch? You could say Brian Burns,
Malik Neighbors.
You could say, but everybody, Barkley is one of those guys that he's fun to watch. He does have injury. Yeah, he has injury problems. I'm not going to say, he doesn't. But, man, when he plays, he's fun to watch. He can catch.
Mitchell is a running backs matter guy, where I'm a running backs don't matter guy. So that is we've gotten in arguments about Ezekiel Elliott, and stuff like that.
And you see Zeke scores touchdowns and Pollard doesn't.
That's
facts. So kind of sticking there with the Saquon Barkley talk, he was a major part of the Giants offense the last 2 seasons, and they invested the 2nd overall pick in him in 2018. But you look at his past injuries and his new contract. Yeah. Did New York make the right choice by letting him walk?
I would say because they have Daniel Jones and the coach.
Brian Dable.
Yeah, that you got Burns and they helped the offensive line. Like you kind of should have just went all in with that to see what happens. So.
It's okay. I got it.
I think letting Barkley go is kind of bad because you're really not helping your situation with everything. You know what I mean? Like, if you are going to keep Daniel Jones as your quarterback and stuff, then why get rid of Barkley? He's like,
if you're going to have a poopy quarterback, you might as well
you might as well just
get a really good running back.
Yeah, but that's what Barkley. I mean, he's awesome.
Do you have any expectations for Daniel Jones this season?
Next question, please. No. I think he will do okay.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I think he'll do fine in like week 1 or 2, but then he'll go back to his poopy situation. They got offensive line, so he'll get a little comfortable.
He's so bad.
But he,
this dude's best year, he threw 15 touchdowns. 15 touchdowns, and people were like, oh, yeah, he's on the ascent. Tiki Barber's all, I'm going to take Daniel Jones every time over Dak Prescott. I'm all, really? On 15 touchdowns, you're going to do that? 15. That was his big year, was 15 touchdowns. Take him over Dak Prescott. Guy's thrown 40 and 5,000 yards before.
His nickname's Danny Dimes.
Danny Dimes.
Danny Dimes to the interception ball.
Lee, dude. Yeah. No expectations.
No. I don't have expectation, and that's why I think you're going to keep him, coach, and all that. Should have kept Barkley because you're already going in.
You nailed coach right now. Do you think this is a make or break year for Brian Dable?
Oh, for sure.
Giants coach.
Yeah, for sure. And that's honestly, like we were saying, why you probably should have kept Barkley, unless you for sure just going to throw him aside because you have Daniel Jones.
So I feel so bad for Malik Neighbors. That guy is so good.
Yeah,
and then the people are like, well, he's never had a receiver. I'm all, that's funny because Kenny Galladay with Matt Stafford was like 1,500 yards and 12 touchdowns. He went over here. He couldn't play football. He couldn't do anything.
The problem with Daniel Jones is as he was going up, he started to get sacked, and now he looks at the line instead of the outfield. So he's too worried.
Yeah.
That's why he runs. He runs the ball great, but because he always looks at the line first and not out to his receivers and tight ends.
And them having the balls to get Malik Neighbors and Jalen Hyatt, this guy never throws the ball ever.
No.
You got both done for what? What'd you get Jalen Hyatt for? For what quarterback did you get that guy for? For the next quarterback you're going to draft? This guy all he does is run go routes, and you got a guy that cannot throw deep at all. Has no idea how to do it.
Well, it's because he's not even looking deep.
Yeah, there's a line. He can run down. He can run and hand it to him down the field. That's about it.
Yeah. Maybe he'll be the running back.
Yeah. He can replace running back. Put whoever, Tyrod Taylor, or whoever they're going to get as a veteran backup for the starter. Sorry, Paul. Go ahead. I know you got.
No, you're good. There will be no Vanilla Vic slander on this podcast, but I'm curious, what are your thoughts on the addition of Devin Singletary? I mean, I know he's not Saquon Barkley, but I think he's a solid running back.
Yeah, I think he is a solid running back and stuff. But I mean, like replacing Barkley's hard. I mean,
you don't replace Barkley.
Yeah, Barkley does a lot for him, and Giants fans, like the fans are. I mean, how do you not want to keep Barkley? I mean, you haven't had anything exciting for so long, and now you got rid of him. So I think it's going to be hurt. It's going to be hard for Singletary to come right in. And New York Giants, if he doesn't do good first week, man, they're going to eat him alive.
Singletary's a guy I wanted Dallas to get.
Yeah, I would have got him too. Yeah, I agree. Singletary's good. He is very good. I just, New York is, man, that's hard to play, and you're replacing Barkley, the one thing Giant fans had. So I think
give us one player on offense and defense that that worries you most in this matchup.
Lawrence, for sure. The DT, that guy is a fat pig, dude. Those fat pig guys are amazing. I know I said that with the Ravens guy, but it's true.
We love DTs.
Yeah, and that guy might be better than the Raven one. It's 1-2. Chris Jones, him.
Yeah,
those guys are legit. So that's easy to say there. And I mean, the other ones I went running back too. So maybe Singletary, because I'm not going to say Daniel Jones again.
Malik Neighbors is who we want for the Giants.
Yeah, there you go. That's my other one.
We'll take that guy.
I like
That's fine with me.
I like that.
My God, man.
The offense I'm not too worried about, but man, that Lawrence guy, that guy is awesome. I would have loved to somehow get him.
He'll take Dexter Lawrence and then play him at fullback. As long as we could just have Dexter Lawrence, that would be amazing.
And if Dak gets hurt, I'll put him quarterback.
So where are we at? Do we like this matchup? Oh no. Yeah. Taking one player. No, taking one player. That would be Lawrence.
Oh yeah, not even.
I knew that.
Yeah,
that's the easiest decision in the history.
That guy is amazing. Just like the Ravens guy. You know, the main thing I would like us to get is those John Hendersons, the Vita Vea, what's the Ravens? Haloti Ngata, Sam Adams, Ted Washington.
That's Dexter Lawrence.
Yeah,
that's literally what he is.
I would love to get one of those big fat pigs down there. They make everything else better. You know, like us three can be linebackers if we have a that pig in there and stuff. Because all we have to do is worry about outward.
DTs matter. In
DTs,
this house,
DTs,
the Crum's house, DTs matter.
Offensive line, DTs. That's how you build to win right there. Man,
so you love DT so much. What are your thoughts on Osa?
I like him as pass rusher, but he reminds me of who's the old Cowboys of Bill Parcells?
Glover.
Reminds me of Leroy Glover.
That's a good comp.
You know, he's good. You know, it's not a shot, but it's just not what I would really like. You know, I like those the Ted Wash. I like those fat pigs.
He likes Zimmer guys.
Yeah,
he wants both of them to be 320 plus.
Yeah, exactly. Give me somebody who's 400 pounds and can't move and look left to right because he's too fat. You know, give me.
So, what are your thoughts on Mozzie Smith?
I think Zimmerman will show us to see if he's going to be good. Yeah. I need to see what Mike Zimmerman thinks of him because that's why I love Dan Campbell or Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn is great, but my style that I like is Mike Zimmerman's style. And I think if Mozzie Smith is going to be good, I think Mike Zimmerman's going to say he's going to be good.
We hate pass rushing DTs. We do not care about that.
I'm not. Yeah, that's not their job. Yeah, their job is to make everything else easier for the DNs, the linebackers, the safeties if you're blitzing them.
Yeah,
you know, I want 480 pounds. Yeah, guys, give me somebody who's 600 pounds, can't move, and will just fall when he gets knocked. That's fine because you're gonna need two people to knock him down. That's two people that it's not playing anymore then.
Right.
But Leroy Glover was great. I love
those styles are fine.
I'm not trying to, but just not what I go with and stuff.
I got you. I think it's fair to say we all like this matchup for Dallas, but Mitch, and I think it's I can speak for all of us when we think that Dallas is probably going to win this game pretty easily.
Yeah. I have us winning this game easy. Definitely because Daniel Jones, this will be third week. Oh yeah, he won't be able fourth week. Yeah, he won't even be able to throw anymore. He'll be running for his life. He's not gonna look at the receivers. So we're gonna have pooper Daniel Jones. Singletary will, like you said, Singletary will make a play, and the D line is great, so it gives us another help to look on the offensive line. But I mean, I definitely have Cowboys winning Giants and stuff. They're looking good though. I like what they've done with the offensive linemen and defensive line.
This is my trap game only because you got to go Baltimore, beat up by them, and then it's a short week, and you got to travel to New York.
And their D-line.
And if we played Pittsburgh, I'd pick us to lose this week. But because we play Giants and we're familiar with them and Dak's so good versus them, I just think we'll be able to put up enough points to survive how beat up we'll be in that game. But I wouldn't be surprised if this is like a 34-24 game. Like Giants do a good job.
Too close for comfort.
Yeah. They win, but it's not a 40-0 game.
But who scores those touchdowns for Giants?
They get one defensive one, strip sack. Picked up, returned for a touchdown. and then the other 3 are on, bullshit play.
Are you
some trick play?
Are you saying Daniel Jones is going to have 2 or 3 touchdowns?
He'll run one in.
Okay, I like that.
All right, Mitch, we know, looking at the offseason and the draft, of course, it looks like every team in the division got better in the NFC East, at least. Are the Cowboys still the best team in this division?
God, my heart hurts because I think we have the better superstars, with Dak, Zach, Martin, CD Lamb, Parsons, we have those guys, but man, Eagles is like a video game team, and they added Barkley, right? It's like a video game, but God, my heart is, if I have a heart attack, it's because the stupid Philadelphia Eagles, and I'm saying that they are the better team. I'm not saying that they might win the division, but man, how can you not say that? I mean, to be honest, they might have the best roster in the whole league. They have a video game. If somebody hasn't played football and is playing Madden, I just say be Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah.
Got a running quarterback, can do their thing. Add Barkley. Your receiving core is crazy. Your offensive line. I mean, they're
is their coaching staff good enough? They have the best roster.
Yeah.
The question is, does Jalen Hurts continue to regress, or does he bounce back? And is the coaching staff good enough to take the team a step forward from where they were last year?
Man, that's a good question, because it I would say it's
I don't have questions anymore.
Honestly, I would say the coaching is more that would need to be replaced.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, Hurts has shown you stuff where this guy can be good.
Yeah.
And stuff. But, they at the end, they were winning, and then out of nowhere, they started losing. I think that's coaching.
Yeah.
Not really the players and
Yeah.
stuff. And their roster got better, right? So I would say that coaching is, is more like iffy.
Sirianni's a big old douche.
All right, which Cowboys game do you have circled on your calendar, Mitch?
Always Eagles. Cowboys can only win 2 games all year. If we can beat the Eagles twice, for me, it's there's a little hope. I say hate is a strong word, but man, I hate. I circle Eagles all the time. I don't like Clippers playing in LA Stadium at Staples Center.
So glad they're gone.
Yeah, exactly. I'm glad they're gone too. I don't like the Giants, but Eagles, San Francisco Giants, New York Giants. You have Daniel Jones, so I'm not worried about you. You're trash. But San Francisco Giants, and then Eagles is by far the main team. I know hate's strong, but I hate Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, like I said, we could only win 2 games. It's Eagles. The season wasn't a bust for me. It's like a Super Bowl win.
I'm going to go off the sheet here because I'm curious. I know Mike has a very strict routine, tradition, superstition, whatever you like to call it, when he watches the Cowboys games. What's it like to watch a Cowboys game with Mike?
Crazy. Yeah. I've seen him kick multiple of my friends out of the house, not just the room, the house. And people are like, is he really kicking me out of the house right now? He doesn't want me here. Is he mad at me or something? I go, no, you're not a Cowboy fan. If your name is KEV, you're welcome to come. But other than that, my brother will kick you out. He will disown you. If that lose friendships, he doesn't care.
If we're winning, you don't get to, if Mitchell's in here and we're winning, there is no I'm gonna go watch in the other room. Fuck you are.
We have somebody who lived here a few years ago, and
Cisco, yeah,
got kicked out of the house.
Oh, he would. This is my best friend since we were in 5th grade.
Kicked out. I was like,
he's a Niners fan, so you're not. You can't be in here.
Yeah, and he's paying rent.
and supplies weed.
Yeah.
Like he's like, hey, I'll come and smoke you guys out.
Yeah.
I got weed. Nah, fuck off. You know,
Yeah. So it's honestly it's pretty crazy. It's pretty amazing to be honest. You know, but KV is honestly the only one that's allowed to watch games with us.
Okay, I got you. Are you looking at this Cowboys team? Are they a playoff team this year?
Yeah, we have too many superstars, and last year with Kansas City Chiefs winning, it showed me that you don't need like this. You know, Chiefs weren't the best team in the league last year; they just weren't. But they have superstars, so I can see us making that run. Now I don't know if we will, but for sure, we definitely have. I mean, like I keep saying, Dak and Zach and you know, we have guys at big positions. And Mike McCarthy's a good coach. Now, if we don't win, Belichick's going to be our head coach, I think. But that's not a shot. McCarthy's great and stuff like that. So I definitely can see us being a Super Bowl.
Okay, well, that's a great transition to the next question. What is your Super Bowl prediction?
Man, this was tough.
I like his though. He told me before. This is nice.
But Mike Greeny from ESPN would like it. But I actually have the Jets and Detroit Lions. I think
that's a good one, man.
Yeah, I think
underdogs.
I think Jets healthy. Tyron Smith is who I wish Cowboys would have kept because I love him. He shows me that when he plays, he wins games. He's amazing. Aaron Rodgers, amazing. And, you know, if Chiefs and Bengals are in it, Burrow will take out Chiefs. Aaron Rodgers will take out Burrow. And Detroit Lions are, I think, the most – I mean, if you're the city of Detroit, how are you not like I would think this is my year. You know, they have Jared Goof, so I have Jets beating him because I think he'll goof it up afterwards. But I do have Jets, Lions with actually Aaron Rodgers doing something that Brett Favre didn't do when he left Green Bay and getting his other ring. And that's, you know, the info.
Wow.
But I think Jets, Lions is my pick.
Dude, at full strength, I would not be mad at that Super Bowl at all. Like if both teams are healthy and made it, they're healthy, dude.
Yeah, that's how exactly. I think if they're healthy, I think it would be an awesome game.
Yeah, it really would, man.
And
I'm not sure.
It's his right.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think I've ever heard anybody, predict the Jets making it to the Super Bowl, but I wouldn't be that shocked if they made it, to be honest.
They got talent. They got defense. And they got Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I was going to say they have they got a good talent, and Rodgers going to be. I mean, he's an old man and stuff, but he's not like Cameron Jordan. I don't think he has the crutches yet or the walker. I don't think he has the walker yet. I think he still has got that Brett Favre thing into him.
At CD Piglet.
Oh, wait. Sorry, Mitch, I do apologize. One more question, brother. I kind of skipped over this somehow. What is your record prediction for the Cowboys this year?
Oh, 10-7, 11-6, right? I mean, I think that's I could see it, man.
It was 11-6, but now I'm picking us to lose to the Saints. At CD Piglet. Letter C, letter D, Piglet. Nice and easy.
And guys, if you want to reach Mitch, you can find him at CD Piglet there on X as well. Guys, I'm Paul Ryan. You can find me on Twitter at Paul_Ryan15. Mitch, thank you so much for joining us and your time, man. Guys, we will see you on next week. Well, have a good night.